Alright, so we are back with our art tile project. I've taken it out of the bag and as you can see, I've finished darkening all my lines. You want to make sure that you take away any of these white papers that were left behind if they are blocking your view from your lines. So if they are blocking your view, you can use this little X-Acto tip right here and just kind of peel them up really carefully. I only take away whatever is literally blocking my view from the lines, because this paper will burn out in the fire, so you know about it. Okay, so I darkened all my lines just enough so I can see them. They're not super deep, darker, and it's time for me to carving the background out. So you're basically going to carve out everything that is not your main image, everything in the background. And there's different tools that you can use for this. Just going to finish this wing and I'll show you guys. There we go. There's different tools that you can use. These are the basics. This one is my favorite, and it's the hook tool that comes on the end of the X-Acto blade. This one is also really good. This is a sculpting tool, and it's got a really skinny part for carving out. And then there's this guy who has two different ends, and depending on how big your area is, you could use this if you want. Realistically, we stick to the smaller tools. So I'm going to bring you guys in a little closer. There we go. And I'm going to show you how to start carving. So you're going to carve in between your lines, in between your shapes that you just drew back in. And I'm basically very gently, because you don't want to drop down too much, I'm carving right to the line, to the point where the line will go away. It'll disappear and it'll turn into a drop shadow. This tile is only about 3/4 of an inch thick. So you definitely do not want to carve too far down. You're constantly changing direction so that you can access these shapes easier. And if you can see, I'm going to the line, rid of that line, and it's going to turn to drop. Going to the line and carving it away. You want to go really slowly here because you don't want to take away anything by mistake. The clay will want to stick behind. That's okay. You need to get a nice big brush. These nice big handle brushes, and they come in a couple of different sizes, and these are used to brush away your crumbs. Every now and then you want to take your slab mat and take this guy and get rid of all of these crumbs, because you do not want the crumbs to get stuck onto the back of your design. When it comes to these edges right here, you want to use your straight edge. Put the straight edge right on the line, and you can carve against the straight edge, because you do not want to ruin that really nice straight line. So you can carve against it just like I'm doing now. Make sure that your clay is dropping, and this will ensure that you have a straight line on your edge. Just go little by little, dropping down. Remember, this is the thickness right here, so you don't want to go more than half down on this thickness. If you look, this finished tile, you can see that's your drop line. All right, so we're just going to keep carving this in different amount of space that I have. Again, just be careful so that you don't go into your actual design. You're just carving the negative space around the design. All right, we will be back.